Boy, oh boy, your New York Knicks absolutely dominate the Minnesota Timberwolves. I wasn't going to come on here tonight, 12 a.m. in the city. As you can see, I'm in a different atmosphere in my home, but I decided, I'm like, nah, no. I have to come on here and talk my ish. I got to come on here and talk my ish. The New York Knicks simply kicked the Minnesota Timberwolves' ass. It was an ass whooping tonight. It was an absolutely ass whooping tonight from your New York Knickerbockers. What a freaking performance. And look, I had a sneaky feeling that this Knicks team was going to come out here and do this. They get up for these big games. They get up for these freaking big games. And tonight, Karl Anthony Towns in his return, 32 points and 20 rebounds. 32 point. Let me repeat that. 32 points and 20 rebounds for Big Cat. This dude is in the MVP conversation. This dude is in the MVP conversation, ladies and gentlemen. For him to come out here, emotional game, emotions are high to start this game. First quarter, you got Julius Randle playing out of his mind. You knew that was going to happen. The Knicks were actually down by 1 at the end of the first quarter in this basketball game. They were actually down by 1. And then the second quarter, that was probably one of the best second quarters we've ever seen from this Knicks team. And one thing about this Knicks team, defensively, they have picked it up. They have changed the way their system defensively has changed. And another thing, that's not 5 straight road wins for your New York Knickerbockers, by the way. 5 straight on the road. See you guys in the chat. We'll get to you guys in the chat. Mikal Bridges with his best two-way performance of the season, coming off of a great game in Orlando, which I called his best two-way performance of the season. I called it. I said it. And then fast forward to today, he tops it. 29 points, 6 assists from Mikal Bridges tonight, dominating from start to finish. Defensively was on Ant. Majority of the game, him and Anunoby were switching. But the thing I loved about Mikal, 1, he has his shot back. 2, the assist. 6 assists tonight for Mikal Bridges. He's cutting. He's finding the open man. And most importantly, he's hitting his open shots. He looks amazing. Mikal Bridges looks absolutely incredible right now. And in the month of December, whatever he changed his routine, but this is the Mikal Bridges that we traded for. This is the freaking Mikal Bridges you trade 5 first-round picks for. This guy right here. 29.6 assists. It's going to get lost in the shuffle with Towns at 32 and 20, but Mikal Bridges tonight, I thought, really set the tone and ones, playing freely, talking his ish to the Knicks bench, doing his little shenanigans on the sideline. Oh, I love it, man. I freaking love it. 5 straight road wins for you New York Knicks. Domination from start to finish. Dominate. If you were scripting a movie, I don't think you can script it even, and I don't think you can script it any better than what just happened tonight, than what just transpired tonight. This Knicks team from the second quarter on was dominating. Man, hit some of these comments. Appreciate you guys in here. As you can see, I'm in a different element of my home because I just had to come on here and talk to you guys because I'm just so excited over this Knicks win. And the job ain't done. They're 17 and 10 on the season. A lot to talk about tonight's game. But let's get started with some of these chats. Let's go. Let's make these chats bigger. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? See you guys in the chat. I was crazy when a 30-20. Look, the big bodega dropping 30 and 20 in his where he played for majority of his career. Do you know how hard that is, first of all? The rebounding streak that Karl Anthony Towns is currently on right now is unreal. It is simply unreal. Like 20 rebounds to go along with 32 points. That is extremely tough to do in this league. Top 5 MVP. He is. Top 5 MVP. Let's go next, Yo Alpha. What's going on? Great game, another dub. Let's go, dominating. Let's go. I see you guys in the chat. Most dominant win of the season from Eddie. And Eddie, the Knicks played tonight like they had a chip on their shoulder. They played tonight like they wanted to show the world this is the reason why we made this trade. This is the reason. Dante, I don't know what happened to Dante's powers, but wherever he needs to search for them, he's lost them. Julius Randle came out the gate hot in the first quarter. You thought to yourself, wow, this is going to be one of those Julius Randle games. And he came out the game hot, Julius Randle. And credit to Randle. But the Knicks came in with a game plan. And you saw defense was the main sticking point tonight. What do we see tonight? A lot of Randle spins. The Knicks were daring him. It's like they were waiting on it. Anunoby with, let's go to this box score. Let's go to this box score, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Anunoby, how many steals? 2 steals for Anunoby, 2 steals for Towns. And then you had Mikal Bridges, 1 steal. But Randle on their front, 24 points, 5 turnovers for Julius Randle. And you could tell the New York Knicks came into a game plan attacking him. Jalen Brunson had a nice help defensive play in the first half that got Randle pretty much off balance, and Anunoby with the steal that led to a fast break bucket. If anyone knows Julius Randle, it's the New York Knicks. And look, Randle, 24 points, 3 assists, 5 rebounds. Ant did nothing, but I just want to credit this New York Knicks team defensively as a unit. They have been playing extremely well, and it seems like they found something. And it honestly, it starts with Mikal. It starts with Mikal Bridges. He's playing like an all-star in the month of December. And for him to once again come off that Orlando Magic performance, which I said, look, I thought that was his best all-around performance. He tops it. 29 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. And what I want you to focus on is the efficiency. 12 of 18 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3 from Mr. Mikal Bridges. He's back. He is freaking back. He looks so good, man. He looks so good right now, and I'm getting so excited. Plus 35 on the night. Oh, man. Mikal looks so good right now that, you know, what I love is that we're seeing the intensity, too. He's having fun out there. He's dancing, doing his little and one. He couldn't be stopped tonight, and that is the Mikal Bridges that this New York Knicks team has pretty much been waiting on. And it has, you've seen the best version of Mikal Bridges in the month of December. And it gets me truly excited. It really does, because he's the key. Offensively, he unlocks so much for this New York Knicks team. He does. And right now, OG Anunoby is struggling with his shot, but you can kind of mask that with a dominant performance from Cat, a dominant performance from Mikal Bridges. Deuce McBride, I thought, came in off the bench in the first half and gave this Knicks team a huge spark as well. Campaign with his speed. So all of these things get, I don't want these things to get overlooked. And OG Anunoby's struggling with his shot right now, but defensively, obviously, he's rock solid. And OG's going through a slump, and that can happen when you have Mikal playing the way he is, Karl Anthony Towns playing the way he is, Jalen Brunson, you didn't really need him to score tonight, playing the way he is, 14 points, 7 assists. That's another, like, this game was just an A-plus performance, man. Brunson, 14 and 7, and you dominated. Yeah, I mean, you dominated. You didn't really, Brunson was steering the ship, doing his job, not forcing it too much. And it was led by Mikal Bridges and Karl Anthony Towns. Hit some of these comments. See you guys in here. And I had to hop on here. 11 a.m. East Coast time. But I was just so excited to watch this game. And the crazy thing is, at the end of the first quarter, this Knicks team was down 1, believe it or not. And in the second quarter, they outscored them 41 to 18. 41 to 18. It's like the Wolves quit. Knicks made them quit. Man, wild boy Trey, Mikal Bridges out here looking like a number 1 option. Give a hand clap for Sims. I don't F with Sims, but got to give props where it is due. Yeah, Jericho Sims, man. Like I said in the pregame, he could have he's gonna play because Josh Hart is obviously dealing with personal issues, and hopefully that he's good. But Sims tonight, I thought, provided a spark as well, and he had a great highlight in that fourth quarter, a great big dunk from Jericho Sims. Got his jersey retired in his high school, so shout out to Skim, man. Sims. Cat scored his number tonight, so sick. 32 and 20 for Karl Anthony Towns, ladies and gentlemen. And he came into this game with jitters. He said it at the end of the post game. And I really wanted to hear what he had to say. Because they were trying to get it out of him, the TNT post game, but he said, I don't want to say what I really want to say right now because I forgot his name. The reporter asked him, how good does this feel, like pretty much sticking it to your former team? And Cat pretty much paused for like 5 seconds and said, look, I'm going to take the high road. I don't really want to say what I want to say, but I'm just so happy that he's on our freaking team. Like, he's on our freaking basketball team. He, like, guys, 32 and 20. He's just coming off a 20-rebound game, and he did it again. He did it again. Mike, what's going on? Appreciate you in there. OG and Bridges, frying wings, Deuce holding it down. The register, Dante, but the manager was in the back tonight counting the money. Cat is my MVP. What's going on, Mike? Appreciate you in here. Wingstop is now back in business. Mikal Bridges has that store running. That store is making a lot of money right now. Mikal Bridges is that's how good Mikal Bridges is playing right now. And it took him 20 to 25 games. And this Knicks team has been preaching patience with Mikal. New situation, new team, changing his game again. Remember, in Brooklyn, he was the guy in Brooklyn. In Phoenix, he didn't need to be the guy. So going from pretty much the second or third option to being the guy in Brooklyn to going back to being the second or third option, it's tough mentally for players in this league. And it has taken Bridges 25 games, 20 games, because in the month of December, he's been awesome. And, man, look, I'm expecting more of this from Bridges. He can even get better. But I thought tonight was just a complete package from Mikal Bridges. Best two-way performance of the season from him. And, look, just give me more. Give me more of that. Nostalgic, what's going on? Cat is the MVP. What's going on? Appreciate every single one of you in the chat just chopping it up from this big, huge New York Knicks dominating win. Dominating win. Cat is a quality dude. Look, I said it in the pregame. He did so much for the Minnesota fans, the community, the obviously the Western Conference Finals. Like, he didn't want to get traded. That's why he got such a rousing ovation. He got his tribute video before this game. He was signing kids' autographs. I think he donated $25,000. They said before the game to a foundation. I'm sorry that I don't know the foundation, but just an amazing human being. Amazing human being. And on top of that, he's playing like an MVP candidate. On top of that. So mash all of that in together. pile that up, pile that into a ball, and that is why you have your New York Knickerbockers at 17-10 right now, are playing at an extremely high level. Do they have hiccups here and there? Yeah, but what we've seen 27 games in, they don't really lose back-to-backs. They've only done that one time this season. They get up for these big moments, these big games. Denver game, Phoenix game, Orlando game at home. Tonight, dominating. When their offense is clicking, they can't be touched. They can't be touched when their offense is clicking. And now what you're seeing is them play team defense. You're seeing them play well defensively. And that's obviously carrying over to their offense. And that has carried over to Mikal Bridges because, man, I knew Mikal Bridges was going to turn the corner. I didn't think it was going to be like I knew the version of Mikal we were getting 15 games ago, where he was just scratching his head, turnovers after inbounding the basketball. I knew that wasn't Mikal Bridges. It was just mental with him. It was always mental with him. But now, the reason why I love him after every and one, you see him pointing to the bench. He's comfortable now. He's back, man. Mikal Bridges is back, and I just, boy, let's go. Creed says, I love this team, man. What's going on? Carmel, what's going on? We're not going to talk about Thibs playing double bigs. Precious Achiuwa, I want to shine some light on Precious Achiuwa as well. Josh Hart was out tonight, so Tom Thibodeau started Precious Achiuwa. And look, first quarter, Julius Randle was giving Precious Achiuwa the business. He was. But I thought the Knicks really adjusted well. And he even hit a three, Precious Achiuwa in the corner. And after he did that, I was like, oh, man, night Minnesota. Precious Achiuwa was out here hitting corner threes. That's night Minnesota. But I thought second quarter came around and, the Knicks made an adjustment. OG Anunoby started on Julius Randle in the second half defensively. And they shut off his water. They really did. Look, Randle got hot in the first quarter, but other than that first quarter, he didn't do anything. He didn't do much. And he got no help. Look, Randle, I thought, he had 5 turnovers. That's not what you want to see. But like I said earlier, if there's any team in the NBA that knows Julius Randle, it's the New York Knicks. They were waiting on him to do those spins, and OG Anunoby got him a couple of times, and Precious with some good defense, and that's all she wrote. That's all she wrote, man. And for this Knicks team to come out here and do this after, the layover, because those layovers can drag, and the Minnesota had the same amount of days off as the New York Knicks. Same amount of days off as the New York Knicks. And they, second quarter, I don't know what, the Knicks just dominated from there. It was night after that. And that's all she wrote. But, yeah, shout out to Precious. Shout out to Jericho Sims off the bench. And I want to shout out, like I said, Deuce McBride. Look, 4-9 from 3 for Deuce. Timely shots, especially in that second quarter. Daggers. And what I love about Deuce tonight is right here. The 8 assists from Deuce McBride tonight. That is what you want to see. I think that's a season high for Deuce McBride. So not only was he scoring, he was hitting his threes, he was dishing, and he was playing good defense. So, and remember, guys, Deuce McBride has been dealing with an injury, right? He's been dealing with a knee injury. Now, look, no excuses. But if anyone needed that rest, I would say it would be Deuce. So he got the rest. He got the days off. And he came out tonight fresh. He came out looking really good. Really good for the Knicks off the bench. So, oh, man. What a game. What a freaking game. It's like, you couldn't script it any better, man. You couldn't script it any better. You couldn't script it any better. Tony says, I think Josh Hart has to come off the bench for us. Bridges plays better at the 2. Precious is a great fit to the starting lineup. Quiet double-double, 13 and 10. Tony already wants to put some changes in the starting lineup. They're going to replace the Statue of Liberty with Carl Anthony freaking Towns. Look, man. Guys, I mean, if you were to grade his performance, obviously you would give it an A+, right, this season. He crept into the top 5 MVP conversation on NBA.com's MVP ladder. But maybe I wasn't watching him closely in Minnesota, but he's just, I know the guys, OJ Anunoby said that he's not exceeding our expectation because that's Cat. But the way he's been playing this year, for him to adjust on the fly too, went from a 4 to a 5, and he's loving it. He's freaking loving it. I mean, 20 rebounds here, 20 rebounds there, hitting his threes, flexing. Cat, man. Freaking Bodega Cat. Bodega Cat. Oh, man. I wanted to see this lineup. Look, the beauty of this lineup, right, is you get better. You're lengthy, right? Precious is at 6'9". Josh Hart is 6'6", but plays above his height. So, but I thought tonight it was perfect, right? Because Randall, 6'9", 6'10". Rudy Gobert is I don't even know what he does. He didn't do anything tonight. He's 7'1", 7'2". So you have him matching with Cat. So against teams like the Minnesota Timberwolves, Precious Achiuwa matches well with them, and that's why the Knicks were flowing tonight, moving the ball well. A lot of times, even you saw the Minnesota Timberwolves leave Precious open a lot of times. A lot of times Precious would catch the ball, and he's looking to pass. He's not looking to shoot, but they were just leaving him open. But the teams like tonight, the lengthy teams, I think Precious, obviously, the starting lineup will look better against. But guys, Josh Hart is having a career year, so I understand where you're coming from, but Hart is also having a career year. He's been awesome for this team. He plays above his height. He best rebounding guard in the NBA. I think he's shooting at the highest percentage when the shot clock is below 3 seconds. Clutch gene. So we just hope all is well with Mr. Josh Hart in terms of his personal situation. But man, oh man. I thought it was going to be a close game, but the Knicks showed out tonight. Yeah, man. Deuce came back. Goku ready to fight. Is Cat first team All-Pro, man? First team All-NBA, man. I mean, right now, yeah. How could you not say that? How could you eat? I mean, there's no center better than him in the Eastern Conference. And in the West, you can put Jokic. Is Jokic 1? And I would say Cat 2 in the entire NBA right now. And I know, but just the way Cat is playing right now is unreal. I mean, 32 and 20 rebounds. 32 points and 20 rebounds. He's efficient. He's not. The thing I love about Cat is he doesn't have to put up 20 shots, 25 shots to get to 32 points. Like it's like a quiet 32. Like it's not like a inefficient 32, And it's been like that all season long. You can make an argument that he could be shooting more threes as well. So, man, oh man. And I'm glad we brought the Rolled Up Daily News and spanked they ass with it, man. It was an ass whooping tonight. Spanking. And look, Dante, I don't know what happened to his powers, but he's been struggling for them. But Julius Randle, look, obviously he had a good game tonight, but they were raining boos in Minnesota. They were booing the Timberwolves. They were booing them off the court. Booing them on a game where their prized Karl Anthony Towns returns, where I want to say 80% of Wolves fans did not want him to be traded. On a night where he's coming back to your home arena, to your home state. It snowed in Minnesota. This happens. 133 to 107. 32 and 20 for Cat. This happens. Could you imagine what is going through the minds of Timberwolves fans right now? Sick. They're sick. But hey, I don't want to rag on them. I think they're still going to have a good season. But tonight, we bask in the glory of a big Knicks win. Let's go. Let's go. 7-foot traffic cone. Mikal Bridges' celebrations are worth 5 first-round picks alone. I like the starting lineup with Precious. I'm getting a lot of that tonight. I like the starting lineup with Precious. It looked good. You can't complain. Anytime you whip your opponent 133 to 107 and Bridges plays like that and Cat plays like that, excuse me. Yeah, I mean, I see it. I see it. But, again, Hart is having a great year as well. 5 for 5 from 3 from Cat tonight. And the thing about that is there was one, I think it was in the second quarter, where he had a nice fade away 3 on the left side of the court. And, wow, 5 of 5 from 3 from Cat. 10. Look, guys, 32 points, 20 rebounds on 12 shots. 12 shots. 32 points, 20 rebounds on 12 shots. I don't think there's anyone playing the way like he's playing right now. I don't. And I know I'm biased. I'm a Knicks fan. But that stat line is ridiculous. It's absurd. It is. 32 on 12 shots. And he missed 2 free throws, by the way. And to go along with that, he gave you 6 assists and 2 steals. There's no one playing better like him right now. Giannis, I'll give you that. Giannis is playing well. So I don't want to, be a homer. But what we're seeing from him is incredible. Incredible. And Mikal, 29 points on 18 shots. 4 of 8 from 3. 6 of 6, 6 rebounds. There's a reason why this Knicks team is number 1 in the NBA. There's reasons to this. There's levels to this. That's what they say, right? There's levels to this. There's levels to this, and we are finally on that level. Man, oh, man. Oh, man, appreciate every single one of you here. Smash the subscribe button. Smash the like button for a big Knicks win. Like I said, I'm in a different element in my home. It is 12:28 a.m., but I just had to come on here and talk Knicks with y'all because that was such a great win for the squad. And, the way this Knicks team has put together, back-to-back quality wins on the road, mind you. On the road. 5 straight road wins. So are the Road Warriors back? Are they back? The Road Warriors back, but just look, incredible performance. And you still got another one on the road. And, hopefully we get some news with Josh Hart. It's the ragu sauce in Minneapolis. It ain't New York. I'm thinking Dante really want to come back. He misses his boys. He misses winning with his boys, and he was looking forward to playing with them. He hurt, and on top of that, we winning. Yeah, his comments, I think, yesterday really stood out to me because, look, when we made the trade, that game in the preseason, it was fresh, right? He was hurt. He was lashing out at Rick Brunson on the sidelines, and he apologized. Apparently that was squashed, but, move on. Fast forward to today. Look, he's been struggling for them, and yesterday he made, he says he still keeps in contact with the guys, but yeah, I mean, look, Dante had a career year last season, and one thing I want to note is Tom Thibodeau gets the best out of these guys as well. And I know you could say the Villanova aspect played a huge part in that, but Thibs as well. I mean, these guys credit Thibs, every single one of them when they leave. So the Knicks squeezed everything out of Dante last year. I mean, we all remember the last shot in game 2 versus Philadelphia. But yeah, I don't know if there's ever an opportunity if we can get him back. Obviously, but it's just not looking good for him right now. But shout out Edison, New Jersey. Shout out to Edison, New Jersey. Shout out to everyone. I saw Cat play in my high school, East Brunswick. That's cool, man. Appreciate you in the chat. Cat is an MVP candidate, most definitely. Cat is the best thing since Patrick Ewing. Can't argue with that right now, man. Karl-Anthony Towns is playing like the best center in the NBA right now, and he's playing like one of the best players in the NBA right now. And that is, I mean, effortless, right? He's so gifted as a scorer, and what you're seeing now is the chemistry start to build. You're seeing the chemistry start to form. You're seeing Mikal Bridges start to be comfortable. You're seeing Brunson start to facilitate the offense. And look, it's only up. It's only up. It's super promising to watch, though, this Knicks team dominate like this, right? We've seen a few times this year them dominate their opponent. Dominate. And to do this on the road against a Minnesota team, granted, I know, look, they're at the end of the day, they're 14-12, right? They are 8-5 in their home arena. So they're not a pushover. They're not like the Pelicans, right? They're a good basketball team. So for the Knicks to go there with all the emotions and this and that, it was super promising. And it's only up. It's only up, man. Oh, man. We get Mitch. Tony says we get Mitch back and Shamet. We are going to be a problem for teams. I said it in the pregame, and I've been saying it. Look, I know the Knicks are going to dabble in trade talks. Trading deadline is in less than 2 months. I know they're going to look at everything, buyouts in here, but they can just say to themselves, look, our big acquisition is Mitchell Robinson at the end of January. That could be their big acquisition. And that's kind of like, that's what gets me exciting is we don't know what that's going to look like. And we think in our head that it could only look good because Cat played extremely well with Gobert. And the thing with Cat and Gobert is they formed a chemistry where Cat was finding him on lobs and getting Gobert involved offensively. And that's why you see Gobert struggling right now because, Randall's not doing that for him. So Cat can get Mitch going offensively as well. And having those 7-foot big men on the floor, and especially Mitch down low, it's going to be a problem. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Mitch is, obviously, we want to see him healthy. But he's rehabbing right now, so just got to see. Mike brings up a point that I actually thought about during the game. Mike says, really quick, do you think OG's elbow is bothering him a little bit? Mike, it's like you read my mind, man. During the game, I actually thought about this. I actually was thinking to myself, like, is OG's elbow, can it be bothering him? But I don't know. He's not wearing a sleeve on it or anything. Or the tape. He puts the tape on it. But it could be. I don't think so. I think he's just going through a slump. But 1 of 5 from 3 tonight, 9 points. I think in the last 10 games, he's shooting 29% from 3. So, and on the season, he got his average down to 35% from 3. So, look, he's going through a slump right now. And his shot just isn't where it needs to be. And it could be the elbow. I'm wondering if somebody's going to ask him that. It could be the elbow. I hope it's not. I hope it's nothing. But it's a valid point. I thought about it too. I was like, look, is his elbow bothering him? I mean, we don't know. So, but I hope not. The thing I love is that he's still playing extremely well defensively. It's not carrying over to his defense. Like in the beginning part of the season, Mikal, the bad offense was carrying over to bad defense. With OG, you just worry about one thing. He's healthy. He's playing great defense, and it's not carrying over to his offense. So we just have to hope he snaps out of it. Need the Nova boys together. I just miss Dante. Yeah, look. Yeah, he looks kind of sad over there, man. He looks kind of sad. I'm not going to lie. He does. And but hey, that's the nature of the business, right? Nature of the business. Ace says, "Man, I feel bad for my dude Devo. He's not happy. He just looks like he doesn't want to be there. And he's looking sad. Yeah, it is kind of like damn, like. But at the end of the day, there's nothing we can do, right? Without Devo, we wouldn't have Cat. So you can look at it like that. But I hope that situation changes. I hope that obviously he can snap out of it, but he's having a bad year, and that's not Dante. Carl Anthony Towns was the missing piece for this Knicks team. Cat is the real deal. Holy field. Keeping it real. Man. Man. Please let this be the beginning of the Knicks being consistent when they play like this. There's no better feeling. El Figgy, what's going on? Yeah. Look, Cat is a real deal, guys. I mean, 12 shots, 30 points, 32 points, and 20 rebounds. We've been praising him all night, and he's just playing at a MVP caliber level. Go back to Mikal Bridges though. Look, Cat. The thing about Cat, the thing I loved about this game was Julius Randle clearly wanted to make a statement in the first quarter, and Cat was like, "Okay, okay, I'm cool." Saw his first three go in, and after that, it was night termite. After that, there was no stopping him. I mean, Randall was getting his points in that first quarter. Knicks were down one. And in the second quarter, when all the dust settled, Cat was like, all right. I'm going to turn it up now. I'm going to show these dudes why you don't trade a 7-foot gifted basketball player. I'm going to show them. And look, there's more reasons to it why they traded Cat. Financials, ownership, the apron. I think he's owed like $50 million in the next couple of years, few years. And that was my concern, was his contract. But guys, I mean, he's getting paid like a max player because he is a max player. He's getting paid like a max player because he is a max player. That's why you pay him so much money. And the Knicks have him locked up for three more seasons. So the beauty of this is this is only year one of this group, and you're already seeing 17-10. Bridges starting to come around. Brunson doing his thing. Brunson can have like an okay game and you can still win. And it'll be struggling with his shot. So you're already seeing the different ways that this Knicks team can win a basketball game. They're not one-dimensional. They're not one-dimensional. So that's what gets me excited. Could you imagine Deuce and Dante, free Dante? Oh, man, everyone misses Dante in the chat. Can you imagine if Brunson and OG was on fire? Imagine how many points we would have had, 150. Look, I mean, 150, 133. But look, the thing is, you can kind of go through these slumps. OG and OB can go through these slumps, and the Knicks can still drop 133 on you. That's tough. That's tough. And always missing wide open shots, and that you still got beat by over 20 points. And he will figure that out. He will figure his shot out. But like I said, this Knicks team is not one-dimensional. And when you have Mikal Bridges, I mean, look, tonight was an all-star performance from Mikal Bridges. It was. And I go back to the Orlando game where he was locking up Suggs and made Suggs frustrated enough to try to take it out on Brunson at the end of that game. He's playing with not a care in the world. Like, he's playing so freely out there, man. He's not rarely making mistakes like he was early on in the season. And his cutting has been impressive. Tonight, a lot of cuts that the New York Knicks just catching the Timberwolves flat-footed. Man. Mike says, and go get some sleep. Man, look, I'm dealing with a cold. I'm under the weather, but I had to come on here and hop on here because this Knicks go get some sleep. I will. I will. I had to come out here and chop it up with you guys because it was a big Knicks win. Um, but but yeah, I will. I will. I'm gonna predict there will be a game this season where Cat, OG, Mikael Brunson will all have 30 points. That's tough, man. If that happens, I think that will set a record where all of them have 30 points. That is tough to do, and it would just have to be one of the greatest offensive showings that we've ever seen. So the Wolves got to be beating themselves up. Like, where was this Cat when we had him? It was look. I mean, like I said, the financials pretty much soured them, made them trade Cat, and um, I'm just trying to go through the post games to see if we have any comments from the squad. Um, but yeah, man. I mean, just oh, Cat at the end of the game got a good win for the city. You know, everyone was trying to make it seem like it was just another game. I knew it wasn't. So Randall was the one trying to make it seem like it was just another game, but for Cat, it wasn't just another game. It clearly wasn't. So for him to do that tonight was truly special. Josh Hart never misses a game, so I'm praying everything is okay. Yeah, the thing that gave me hope was Hart tweeted during the game, and he said New York with exclamation points. So I'm guessing that means that whatever the TNT broadcast said he's back in New York. So Hart is back in New York. So I'm guessing it was a family emergency or something along those lines. But I don't want to speculate, but for him to tweet during the game and said like New York, go New York, that gives me like hope that, whatever he's dealing with isn't that serious, but we just have to wait and see what comes out of that. But Karl Anthony Towns had 100.3% true shooting tonight. Oh my goodness. 32-26 on 100.3 true shooting tonight for Karl Anthony Towns. Wow. And those of you that were in here in the pregame, I did an impromptu pregame, and during the podcast that we did, I kind of said I think it's going to be another big Knicks win because the Knicks get up for these games. They get up for these statement games, and it's been a trend. And another butt kicking, 133 to 107. And look, it's good that you're starting to see the trends for this Knicks team, right? When they lose, they shoot poorly and they don't rebound. When they win, the ball's moving, they shoot well, Bridges is playing well. So they're starting to become, a unit. Maybe in the playoffs, I'm sure 3 of them will have 30 in a game together for sure. Yeah, 3, not all 5 though. The Wolves did us a favor. We got a superstar back in New York. They didn't want to trade Cat. They had to because they couldn't afford him. Big Taz was going on. Did you see what the New York Knicks did? Another day, another victory for you New York Knickerbockers. And Wolves fans have to be going home scratching their heads right now. They have to be. They have to be questioning the direction. Why do we trade Karl Anthony Towns? He just freaking put up godly numbers versus us. The Randall turnovers tonight, you can hear them moaning and groaning in the crowd too. So it's a perfect night, honestly. Perfect night. You couldn't really script it any better. And this Knicks team is clicking right now, and it's led by obviously Cat is playing at a whole nother level. But again, it's led by Mikael. He's playing extremely well, and in the month of December, whatever his routine is in December, keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. Whatever you're doing, you waking up at a certain time, you taking a nap at a certain time, whatever you're doing, just keep on doing it, Mikael, because If you continue to play like this, then cool. He had a lot of slings and arrows going his way, a lot, and it even had me questioning like, well, what's going on here? I was gonna be patient with him, but what the Knicks said he has the Tom Thibodeau. I love what Tom Thibodeau kept saying. He has too big of a resume to continue to struggle, and what you're seeing now is the Mikal Bridges um, that we've been waiting on, and he has arrived. Trying to see if we can get some comments going on. Anthony Edwards was asked if he's happy for Karl Anthony Towns. He said, "When we're down 30, I can't show my happiness for you." But he said, "Hell yeah, he's happy for Cat." Look, you know, he's disappointed, and he was scratching. Everyone was scratching their head about the trade, but the thing I love is that we're on the winning end right now. We're on the winning end, and for Karl Anthony Towns, 27 games into the season to play like an MVP, to dominate his former team like this, to embrace his role, embrace the 5 spot again, to embrace New York, to embrace Brunson, calling him Cap, just embrace all that. It's unselfish. This unselfish team, and this team's gonna go far, man. They are, because I don't know. I'm starting to feel something about this team, guys. I am starting to feel something. I know. The Hawks game was rough, but you're starting to see them put together momentum. And let's go to the standings, because let's go to the standings really quick. Pull up the standings. Sorry, bear with me. I'm on my MacBook. I'm normally on a bigger screen. All right. So your New York Knickerbockers are 17-10, 7-3 in their last 10 games. Boston lost. We gained a game over Boston. That is good. So third in the East, right? In the thick of things. Magic have been reeling. They lost 3 in a row. Knicks have leapfrogged them. If you go to the next schedule, we play the Pelicans, I believe. Coming up here. A lot of dubs, a lot of wins. Sign me up for that. Pelicans Saturday night. Then Toronto, they have a game in between that on Monday in MSG. And then you get the Spurs on Christmas Day, and then you're at Orlando again, and then you're double at Washington. So, look, you can continue this winning streak, but at New Orleans, don't make it a trap game. You don't want this to be a trap game, right? Because that screams trap game, and you don't want that. We don't want that. So go in there and take care of business. Emotional win tonight. Emotional win. So carry that over to the Pelicans and just take care of business, and we just go from there. L. Figgy says, remember that Jalen's sacrifice has facilitated a lot of what we got right now. OG's contract, Cat are all due to Jalen taking the extension. Thank you, number 11. Salute, man. That was well said on Jalen Brunson. Yeah. And that is why the Knicks are probably going to get a Mikal Bridges contract extension done, because it's all due to Brunson taking that pay cut. And that's why they're on the roommates pod, reading all their ads and and whatnot. They got to make up for it. And that's why the NBA is investigating Rick Brunson for his pay. Come on now. Come on. Ortiz, what's going on? Good move out there. Put an OG on Randall. I think he heard me yelling it out loud. Yeah, it was a good adjustment, but Precious also played well tonight, but OG just shut it off, OG knows Randall's game in and out. Those two probably practiced against one another when Randall was recovering, and OG just great defensive performance. As soon as that Donovan Mitchell trade go down with that knee, it's over. Oh, Mike, don't wish that on Donovan Mitchell. Come on now. Don't wish that. Don't wish that. Don't wish that. Nah, I mean, he's healthy. We want to risk nothing but health for, our fellow competitors. So, Cavs are still playing well. Let's respect our opponent. But all right, guys, this was fun. Appreciate every single one of you rocking with me tonight. And, we talking about the Knicks again. I'll probably put a video out tomorrow. Great win for the Knicks. Just keep on trucking. Mikal playing well. Cat playing well. Appreciate every single one of you that joined me here tonight. Smash the subscribe button as always. Hit the like button. KnicksNationMedia.com, new website that we just posted. So make sure you guys check that out. And yeah, so on to the next one. Hell of a performance from the squad. I need to go get some sleep, like Mike said. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.